the new things, like ChatGPT, is a threat. You have different vision. It's a new way to do business. And you have to engage, engage Uber driver to work for you. Engage, you list your free room for the Airbnb, right? Yeah? You have to engage supply, demand, yeah, both sides, right? And you leverage as a platform, yeah, can be AI platform like you. So typical people always tempt you as IT manager. What's your investment, right? So this typical project, there always some cost and return, yeah. You can make a return, What's my IT system return? Well, without this system, you have to hire this 10 people, yeah? And each of them have cost related, yeah? How long you have to pay them regular salary, you have to pay them overtime, maternity leave, right? Now you want to implement this ChatGPT, right? You only need 1 or 2 people to maintain it, yeah? Maybe a little bit more pay, right? So this is a cost, yeah? And then eventually generate the business, right? Generate more sales, yeah? So this is the return. Typically return about 1.5 year, you're profitable, yeah? And then year 5 or year 4 is getting maximize your profit. Yeah, typical IT system after 5 years is no use. Yeah, you need a new reinvent that system for new generation of the IT system, right? So this is a curve for ROI. You could use that to convince why we not make money yet, because we are earlier stage of the implementation. Yeah. After that, 1.5 years, we will get some return. Yeah. So you can convince your shareholders and your boss to invest this investment. Make sure, right? Because we IT people as a left hand of your CEO. Yeah. So make sure you need to get support by CEO. Otherwise, they will not give you that 10% of the budget for you anyway. And you need to get the right partner, right? Yeah. And because you can outsource it to them, and you could let them do for you. And you need to do the right customization. Then do too much customization, or the right balance. And make sure you manage your project, the scope, and you need to test before you put in the market. Then you're doing support. Nowadays, you can use ChatGPT to support your product. Yeah, 24/7, like a villa. Yeah, easy for you to develop such system. Yeah, and so the new trend, as we mentioned, use machine learning, right? Automation, AI. And how to do AI analysis. Some of you took my previous course, you already know. Basically, we solve the problem, then what's data available? You collect the data, like Certis airport, right? By sensor, by mobile phone, by every other, by robot, yeah? Then you're doing data preparation, visualization to check, right? Put dashboard, yeah? And then you're doing modeling, find out, right? Hey, there's something happening shadow in the midnight nearby airport. What's the shadow about? Is that an animal? This is a human? It's terrorist, right? You need to identify it right away. Then you put the alert, right? Even there's a terrorist, right? You need to, you need a solution action right away. If the bear, right? It's okay, right? Yeah. So this kind of machine learning. Yeah. Same thing for your scheduling, your traffic scheduling, then you deploy such solution. And that's many tools, right? Like Tableau, Power BI, like Python, right? You will see the NHub channel, right? ChatGPT, right? Better code than mine right now. I spent 5 years, almost 0, yeah? They can do better work for me. Yeah, same thing. You just ask them to do that to solve your problem. Yeah, the Python code. And so let's give you some brief. I understand the basic, right? So this is a clustering, right? Basically, this kind of things, this kind of data set. You have to group them together so to see whether you are culturally similar. Yeah? If you come to hometown from India, yeah, you group together, you guys must like curry chicken. Yeah? And if you something related to together from her from China, you like to maybe like some pork. But you guys don't like pork, right? Never, yeah? You guys like chicken some kind, yeah? So this kind of culture difference, right? In order to serve you better. I never serve you as a curry pork. You will kill me, right? So this is culture. You group them together. It's the easy way you can use machine learning to see who are you. Right? You got a lot of services, right? You got recommendation from new movie. Why? Because something similar to you, your body watched this last night. So that Netflix recommend to you, right? It's kind of clustering. And the neural network is very important. That's part of the ChatGPT, right? Basically, I used multiple layers function. Yeah, the input typical node, right? Because based on your prompt, you know, advise me 10 ideas. How use ChatGPT for digital transformation for business? So the answer I will post online, right? So ChatGPT identifies all your keywords, right? Oh, you want to, digital transformation. You want business. You want 10 ideas, yeah? And there were search big database, yeah? Including research paper, including all the, the blog, right? Then narrow down. Then recommend 10 of them, give you an idea, right? So this is a neural network, yeah? They reduce this code dimension, very complex dimension. Is use the mathematical formula to simplify the 10 idea, okay? So you need a lot of data training such a network. So this is about ERP, about brief. Assignment 2, you guys work on assignment 2, I submit it. And so this case, Certis, so next week is 100. So let's quickly go through the knowledge base, which knowledge management. Knowledge is very important, but now everything can be done by ChatGPT. That's the thing right now, yeah? How you take advantage for that? Make sure you are not laid off by this guy, yeah? You have to manage it. Yeah? Knowledge management. This one we can touch on this deep learning neural network. Knowledge is very important. Knowledge economy. And so this is kind of interesting from some famous literature, right? No company to hold all the knowledge necessary to successfully complete. Okay, that's true, right? They always have a new way to do things. And company may not know what they don't know. Yeah, depend on you, depend on your manager. You may don't know how new way to do things. Yeah, and the company don't know what they know. Yeah, typical for university. Yeah, and I remember I studied at the University of Waterloo. Yeah, suddenly there's a lady become a Nobel Prize winner, right? Even he's assistant professor. Yeah, no any promotion. Yeah, then that gives them rapid promotion. Associate professor, right? Because the company doesn't know what they have. Yeah. And the company often don't know what they need to know. That's the problem. Right? Yeah. And the company often doesn't have a strategy to protect their own knowledge. Yeah. How? Because the people move, retire, die. Yeah. And you need a knowledge reservation. So knowledge management is deal with all this issue, right? How to protect, reserve, and manage your knowledge for your company long-term profitability. Right? That's about so-called knowledge management. So it's kind of practice concern in awareness and learning, collaboration, innovation, and exchanging insight. This is the academic definition. So basically knowledge, you need to gather knowledge, you need to organize knowledge, you need to share knowledge, right? Because you are co-workers, you need to share knowledge with each other to solve the problem, right? And you need to access, reuse some of the knowledge, right? So people move in, people die, you know. So the key major issue, one is codification, how to preserve your knowledge, represent your knowledge, yeah? One is personalization of knowledge, right? Different person have unique skills. You need to personalize their knowledge management. So you can use many IT tools to do knowledge management. Simple way is knowledge repository, right? Put document, write down how to solve this problem, right? Troubleshooting, yeah? That's one power supply problem, maybe this is a sensor problem, second one, you're doing expert system, yeah? It's part of the AI right now. I remember I used this program language, right? To try to store the doctor, yeah? This kind of symptom, this kind of disease, and this kind of treatment, right? It's too expensive to do that, yeah? Because the symptom can be changed. And nowadays we talk about Web 2.0, 2.3.0. Nowadays we talk about AI, neural network, right? So that is an opportunity for you right now to do knowledge management, okay? And let's walk through some of them. So neural network is again, right? Everything, right? From input, right? Then this is shadow. When you're in front of your car, what's that? If you have anybody driven Tesla car, yeah? They have a safe driving mode, yeah? Yeah? So if something like that, you find the car, you identify what's its shape, do we have ears? We do have everything, right? You can input million of called parameters, dimension about this shadow, right? Then they were doing use of mathematical function to do layer one, hidden layer, this hidden layer, then simplify two options, yeah? Oh, this is cat from our identification, yeah? The probability for cat is 0.9, human 0.2 or 1, right? Then, this is, you make a decision whether you want to kill this cat on the highway 100 kilometers, right? Otherwise, you have to kill yourself, you're human, yeah? So this is a typical neural network like that, yeah? It's input, output. Input is a million of the variable, same thing. Otherwise you can wait to do digital transformation, right? This can identify a lot of variables, right? You put more specific, more important, right? Then they're doing narrow down, then recommend top 10. Yeah? Okay? So similar idea, okay? So the middle one called hidden layer. So this is everything based on the mathematical function, how to narrow down. Okay, eventually they use yes or no, or different class used typically famous called S-curve, yeah? This is 1, this is 0. What's probability for this is human, right? You let it like S-curve, right? So S-curve is very important for artificial neural network, yeah? Eventually they get an idea of what's the solution. So this gives example how they do calculation, yeah, and based on the knowledge. There's a few of the famous neural network. One is a convolution of neural network, basically for self-driving car image processing, yeah, and they used specific hidden network like renal convolution. They identify whether it's car or truck or airplane. So basically, they collect image, then narrow down what's this shadow about. okay? We call convolutional neural network, right? It's very important for safe driving car, for camera, security camera, right? Certis, yeah. You know, what's that? Human, bear, neural network. Now, this is related to ChatGPT, called natural language processing. Very soon, right? You don't need type, you just talk. Talk to multiple language, yeah? Indian language, French, Chinese, right? They will give you an answer, yeah? So this is called natural language processing. We speak natural language, right? Have different grammar, yeah? Syntax. So basically, this is they have to identify this network, typical called recurrent neural network. They have a memory function. Yeah? They're able to figure out your previous, the syntax, the context. Also use this one, right? For the beauty of our ChatGPT, right? You ask general question. Okay, did answer? No, not that. Give more detail, right? Yeah, they will give you more detail. Yeah, no, this is wrong. Sorry, they apologize. So this should be the right answer for you, right? They'll continue to conversation. Remember previous conversation, right? So the typical say use I hate this movie. This is a sentiment. Is good or bad? Election, right? Because they hated this movie. Yeah, this first sentence. Okay, so they learn by neural network. Okay, then you have a second one. Okay, give you a second sentence. Okay, but I love that new 4D theater. We had a very good time with my boyfriend last night. So if you put these two conversations together, so what's the sentiment about your experience on this movie, on this experience last night? You do not the movie, but you liked this 4D theater with your boyfriend. So you have a positive experience. So what third question should the chatbot GPT ask you? Yeah, right? The human. You will not ask anything about movie because actually you're like, how does it work for 4D? Yeah, theater. Yeah, good. Or how about your boyfriend? Yeah, make you happy. Yeah. So this is a key concept for called recurrent neural network, natural language processing. So that basically they have a forget gate, different gate inside. Yeah, and this. You can learn by yourself nowadays. You can ask ChatGPT, can explain very detailed for you right now. You don't have to read textbook. So they have input gate. They have a current gate. They also have a forget gate. Sometimes the gate have to forget, the memory gate, the output gate about your conversation. They have different stack of neural network processing. So this is probably part of the core part of the chatbot. Okay. It's a recurrent neural network, but it's a large language model, more complex, yeah, like human neuron, yeah, multiple layers to for example, the translation. Where do you live? I reside in Waterloo. Decoder, yeah. Then so this kind of encode decoder kind of conversation, right? Particularly for Google Translate, right? You type English, the output for different language, yeah, encode decoder. And the chatbot typically calls sequential to sequential, this kind of answer. And this can be applied for knowledge management, okay? So what's a neural network? The basic one is an artificial neural network, like a general neural network for convocation is for image processing, for safe driving car. Then recurrent neural network for natural language processing, conversation, which is most likely the ChatGPT. And so there's so consider, right? For you guys, right? The tools is there. But what's your idea for apply to generate the business, right? That you think you might, yeah. How can I use ChatGPT to make money? If you watch YouTube video, right? There are a lot of ideas, right? But the idea could come from you. Yeah, you can try it. how to use the ChatGPT to make your own business. For example, this one we can store critical information about your company. Use the neural network to solve it. For example, we talk about digital twin of you, right? Yeah, and for that expert, right, who are going to retire or going to die, right? That neural network to learn from this expert before he died, right? So all his knowledge, skills, and you can, resolve in the chatbot, behind the chatbot, right? So then have a new generation come that can learn from them, right? So this is learn from about to die people or dead people, learn from that, yeah. And for example, 25% of the user in Facebook, right, when they die, natural die or accident die, yeah. And if you say young boy or young girl, teenagers died from some whatever reason, yeah, you're missing them very much. You can use the neural network to collect all information from Facebook, Instagram, WeChat, right? The picture, the video, you can recover them. Yeah? And then you have a soft board. You could have physical board. Anybody watching this Black Mirror? Anybody watch Black Mirror? You remember the boyfriend died? Yeah?
Yeah, there are many episodes.
Yeah, that recovery the boyfriend. So this is similar idea. Yeah? Movie try to make that fancy, yeah? But you can recover the dead people and get his knowledge, right? That can be a big major business too. Now, one of the issue for knowledge management called task knowledge management, right? For example, this kind of skills, ride bicycle, play musical instrument, right? It's very hard. And so how to learn from that? You can use the shadow, joint problem solving, observing, storytelling. So this is knowledge management, okay? So number 3 part, how long we left? Okay, from your team assignment 2, TP2. 25%, yeah?
Oh.
Okay, so I want you guys work immediately to submit a team project proposal. And you team leader will submit this team project proposal too on submission box in the week 11 by before next class. Okay? So you were, I don't want too much camera, 1 page you have. Yeah? So what kind of things you are going to do? Okay? So I recommend you have a 3-way. 1, digital twin, or others, AI, solve your case problem, okay? Right? I expect at least two team of you doing that, yeah? For example, the airport, right? Create digital twin, use the tools to airport prototype, right? You do some research on digital twin application, then select 2 of them to do this application, right? For example, the grocery store can do that too. Team 1 can do that too, okay? The idea too, you could use the Metaverse. You basically read that paper I recommend to you, then develop argument. What's the application Metaverse for business? Yeah? Then you would develop some of the Metaverse, use the UE5 to develop some NFT, nature, the meeting room, the romantic island in the Pacific Ocean. You could have a meeting for that, right? You can sell that one in the open sea, the platform, yeah? And, but you have to learn on the UE5, and do some learning for those who have interesting, yeah? This ChatGPT eventually automated a lot of repeat work, right? But I think the only cannot repeat it, cannot automate is the artwork, the designer, the artist, yeah? The musician, and the kindergarten, the teacher, right? You cannot automate that, yeah? And so this is an opportunity, right? You still develop some asset for that, okay? Number 3, this is a new idea which I used Chat GPT, okay, for business application. What's the 10 business application you can do digital transformation by ChatGPT? Yeah. Then you will use this tools to develop two prototype. For example, chatbot for customer services. Yeah. So what you want to do? You need an API from there, and you need to apply right away. Probably some waiting is there. After API, you use Python. Okay, and that code is automatically do for you. Yeah.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
Like every group have to have different proposal, or we can work like at the same topic with another.
So what's problem you try to solve, right? Digital transformation. It can be digital twin, can be Metaverse, can be chatbot. Okay, and so who will do what? You need to break down your team role, right? Everybody have a role doing something. Yeah. Some of them do some research. Some of them do some development. Yeah. Demo, right? That is you have a team role. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not my question. My question is like two groups can work like on the same topic, just one topic. For example, two groups can work in Metaverse.
Yeah.
Okay.
What the idea, right? Two teams doing digital twin, two teams doing Metaverse, two teams doing chatbot. So everybody can share the learning, right? So work with your team, okay? I just need a one-page proposal before this class, okay? And you will decide which team project you're going to do, okay? So for this option, already well defined in your team project 2. So this option, we just come from the idea, right? It's new, we learn from new, okay? And I'm supposed to give you some demo, but you guys can do by yourself. Yeah? ChatGPT is easy, right?
I still have to submit this.
Before next class.
Okay.
Okay? You
propose
one team leader just submit it, yeah? One page. Yeah?
Can we come up with a new idea, for example, create a virtual environment for the process, something like that, apart from these 3 ideas?
Well, that's we can discuss on that. Yeah? And but I want to narrow down to these 3 of the idea, right?
So we are already.
Okay, so you guys submit one-page proposal before next class, then move on. Okay? And so you can see from your case study, right? Each tree, from GE, you have critical analysis, right? You can do that too. And Metaverse, right? Something you find you want to the virtual asset, right? We do that. And ChatGPT, we do some research, yeah?